I want us to talk about how to set couple goals. I'm looking for a man and a woman who will say like me, my marriage cannot fail. I know that's a strong statement, but nothing works until you work. Marriage does not work. Marriage is caused to work. Do you know why guys fail to quit smoking or drinking or another habit that is undesired? It's simply because they have never made up their mind to quit. Ask yourself, how come these guys can fly for 16 hours without smoking? Or they get admitted in hospital for days or weeks. Some get incarcerated in prison for months and they can't touch a cigarette. When somebody makes up their mind they want to quit, they will quit. If you make up your mind, your marriage will work. If you make up your mind that your marriage must work, you will pray over it, you will look for counseling, you will read any book, you will do anything it takes for your marriage to win. The primary reason why marriages fail is because couples don't have clear marriage goals. They have never made up their mind, my marriage must work. It's not a maybe, there's no gray area. It must work. Nothing works until you work. That's the first law of motion. Guess what? When I was admitted for my PhD program, we were 102 students. And Professor Chris, who was orienting us, said, from their data, only about one student can graduate in 3 years. Majority will take about 7 years, others will never graduate. I made up my mind, I am that student who will graduate in 3 years. I remember telling my Mercy, I will graduate in 3 years. I've made up my mind. I slept late. Many times, 3 in the morning, working on my thesis. Guess what? 3 years later, I graduated alone from the University of Nairobi. Project management. I was the first PhD graduate in Kenya. I made up my mind. And that's the same thing I did with my marriage. I said, my marriage cannot fail. I will do whatever it takes for my marriage to win. You've got to make up your mind. That's what Isaac Newton said. The ball will continue roaring unless something stops it. And if it's at rest, it will remain in a state of rest unless somebody kicks the ball. The ball doesn't just roll. Somebody has to apply some force, some pressure for it to move. Here's the deal. Decide your 3 goals for this year. Just 3 goals. Don't set so many goals. When you set so many goals, they're scary. Have a journal. Write down your goals. Just 3 goals. How do you set them? Get out with your partner. Go out. Sit down together. Ask your partner, list for me 5 areas that you want me to work on this year. 5 areas, 5 weaknesses that you want me to work on. People are very good in identifying your weaknesses. We don't like saying our weaknesses. Sometimes we don't even know some of our weaknesses. So ask your partner to write it down in your couple journal. Have a couple journal. Have your marriage journal. So that next year, such a time as this, you can compare. Have I made some progress? Are we making some progress? And then be honest, be candid, be sincere with each other. List down the weakness of your partner. Let your partner list down the areas that they need you to work on. It could be anger. You lose your temper so easily. It could be shouting. Every small argument adds up to a shouting match. Maybe your weakness is time. You don't spend enough time together. It could be romance. You don't have those romantic moments again. Your love life has become dry. Could be you don't have enough outings together. Could be it's vacations that you no longer go. Could be there is communication breakdown in your marriage. Maybe you need your partner to help with the home chores or to help with the children. Maybe the issue is relatives who are living with you, or the phone, or spending so much time on screens or on TV. List down the areas that you need your partner to work on. Then pick 3 areas that you will work on. These are your goals for the year. Don't try to work on so many areas. Just pick 3 areas. Let me give you 6 examples. Pick just 3. 3 that work for your marriage. Let me just give you 3 examples. For example, number 1, You may say this year we are going to work on time. We want to spend more time together. Specify, be specific. We have purposed. For example, Mercy and I decided we will eat dinner together every day. Well, sometimes I'm out of town, but over 95% of the times we eat dinner together or we travel together. And decide, for example, weekends, we are together as a family. We will not allow anyone or anything to disrupt us as a couple. And I will minimize out of town trips, out of city assignments, out of country assignments. So maybe you need to work on your time. Second example, money goals. Maybe you need to budget together as a couple, to plan your finances together. You may have a goal. We want to clear all our debts this year. One day there's some years back, we were debt ridden. And one day we sat down with Mercy and said, no more debts. No more debts. We sat down together and said, we are clearing all our debts, no matter the cost. And we will never again be in debts. I'm not talking about bank facilities for building businesses. I'm talking about those personal debts. You owe this guy money, you owe this guy money. But as we decided, we are clearing all debts. Come on, even mortgages, we cleared our debts. That could be your goal as a couple. Number 3, it could be communication. This could be your goal, communication. That you want to send each other texts during the day, to call each other, to check on each other, to inform each other where you are without getting anxious. Why is she asking me? Why is he asking me? You want to be more transparent, more accountable. You want to keep communication lines open. Number 4, maybe you need to set goals on your love life. Maybe you need to work on your love life. Be very specific on how to spice up your love life. Maybe you need to get a relative out of your house so that you have more privacy in your sitting room. So that you can even play games once in a while in the kitchen when you're cooking. You're making fun, you're cracking jokes that you can't do in the presence of your mother or your mother-in-law, in the presence of your sisters. Maybe you need to find a way to have more privacy as a couple and liberate your home from intruders. I'm serious about this. Maybe that's your couple goal for this year. Maybe you need to be in the bedroom by 9 o'clock or by 10. Whatever time you choose as a couple, agree, specify the time by which we have to be in the bedroom. Maybe to spice up our love life, we need to do a couples massage together or go for a cruise together or even a cuddly dinner. Come up with your dating bucket list. If you don't have the money to do a cruise, you can do a picnic just to be together and make it weekly. Decide every week we have this picnic. If you can afford, go out every week for a cuddle-lit dinner. Decide maybe every year we're going to do a cruise or a vacation together, just the two of us. In my family, there is a holiday I do with my kids every year, every summer, and every Christmas. I have 3 times of the year I go with the children. But I have 1 time of the year I have to go out with Mercy for at least 4 days. And this is during our marriage, our wedding anniversary. That's just for me and her only, and we don't even invite our own children. Come up with your own love to spice up your love life, your own goals. Maybe you need to enhance your pillow talk and have maybe some dim light and talk together before bedtime, or even shower together just to make some fun together. Maybe you need to celebrate each other's birthday and be intentional and deliberate. I know many couples do that, but some of you may need to work on that. Some men even need to be reminded, take advantage of everything like Valentine's Day, anything, Easter, whatever, to spice up your love life. Example number 5 is marriage enrichment goals. Maybe this year you need to decide every year we will go for 1 marriage seminar. If we can't get a quality marriage seminar in our city, we will do it online. We will listen to a marriage video every week together, and list down in our journal, in our marriage journal, what are the lessons we have learned. Listen to a marriage video together. And I know I have many, and you can listen to other speakers. I have many hundreds of videos that can benefit you free of charge in my YouTube channel. And there are many other speakers who can speak to your life, to your marriage. You may decide as a couple, we are going to read one book every year, or even 2 books a year on marriage. We are going to read together. We are going to make it fun and read together, or even attend an online course. If you don't have any, there are many good books out there. There are many good online courses out there. If you don't have one good, I have a good book for you. It's an easy to read book, very easy to read book, Marriage Works. You can pick this book and, highlight all the areas that are speaking to you as a couple. And I have an online course by the same title, Marriage Works, the 3 secrets of my marriage. You can get the course for $10. How much is your marriage worth? Think about that. And if you get the online course, it's forever yours. You listen to those videos, you answer those questions, you do those projects. It's all yours, is forever. The 6th example of a couple goal is spiritual goals. You can decide this year as a couple, we must go to church without fail. We must read the Bible every day, 1 chapter. You can begin with the book of Psalms or Proverbs, the books of wisdom. And then you will pray together, pray for each other every day on your knees. Join hands together as a couple, pray together. I don't know what couple goals you're going to work on. Can I ask you, please give me a comment. What one couple goal do you need to work on? Please write to me as a comment in this video. Let's engage. Let's help each other. Let's see which goals we need to work on. And please, subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's the best way you can support me to continue inspiring you. Thank you so much, and I pray for the very best in your marriage.